What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Triple Play Fantasy YouTube channel, Twitter page, Facebook page. We appreciate you tuning in. As always, every week during college football season, around this time, or maybe Friday nights, it depends on the wife. I'm going to be giving up my favorite over unders and some bets as well, and just quick little bets that you could do. Now, we're partnered with Monkey Knife Fight, and before the season, I haven't really used it, and I actually really do love it. There's a lot of different options and different ways that you can make some over-under bets. If you use the Triple Play as a promo code and you deposit at least $10, I think they match it. And also it helps us out. So we would appreciate if you could do that. And I also give my bets, and I bet these. So I've been betting these the last week, and showing the ones I've hit on. And so far I'm 3-0, and I put it on my Twitter account. So I actually feel like right now with props and over unders that they're not ready yet. They're not actually at that spot yet for what you can get. So you can actually get some pretty good value for what's out there right now. Now my first one that I am playing today is Penn State plays Wisconsin. And right now I'm taking the over on the more on 175 passing yards for both of these guys, Sean Clifford and Graham Mertz. I think Graham Mertz over is going to be easily there. I'm a little bit worried about Clifford in that Penn State offense, but I do think that they can hit the over here because I do think that they're going to be throwing a little bit out there. I know Wisconsin likes to run, but Mertz is a talent. I think people forgot how good Mertz is. He had a great first game last year. I think he threw 4 touchdowns. He got hit with COVID, and that season just got wiped out. But I think both of these offenses bounce back, and I'm going to be picking this game in a little bit. But I do think that the over on this is great. You can get great odds for this. If you bet, I believe it's 10, you get $30. That's kind of what I do. So I am betting this one. I would take a look at Sean Clifford and Graham Mertz as the more. Take those. My next one is one of my favorite games. I'm so excited to watch this game. It's LSU UCLA. I'll be betting this game as well here in a second. But they have basically you take over who you think is going to have the most. So Max Johnson, quarterback for the Tigers, over Dorian Thompson, who's at 5.5 passing yards. He gets a bonus point there. I think Max Johnson's going to easily eclipse Dorian Thompson's over there on the passing yards, especially because what we saw with Dorian Thompson last week. He really struggled against Hawaii. I could see them struggling again. He wasn't the greatest passer. I think it was 50% completion percentage. He's gonna struggle against this LSU defense. So I could see that as well. They do like to run the ball a little bit. And then Kayshon Boutte over there, wide receiver 1 in this class. I love this over Greg Dulcich. As much as I like Dulcich, and 35 yards you're giving away, but I think that these two guys are going to connect, and Boutte is going to have a hell of a game. We just saw him, I think, the last game over 200 yards receiving. So I'm taking it over for both these guys. I'm going to take them there. Now, you could always intermix these as well, but this is the one I'm going for. After that, for the Monkey Knife Fight bets, there was nothing that I necessarily liked. I like to give my viewers and people on the channel like 2, I think, have a surefire win. You could always do the 5 times one, and that can be a little bit pricey, especially with what you can do, but there's a lot of money there. I missed it by 1 last time, but I didn't see any that I really liked here, especially when you talk about the first week of college football. You got to be careful, especially with depth charts, how they're going to use people. That's one of the reasons why you saw like Master Teague get his under, which was the easiest bet in college football this week, because a lot of guys didn't understand Maya Williams was going to start. Travion Henderson was going to get his run. So you got to be very careful with some of these, but these are the 2 that I like the most. So Sean Clifford and Graham Mertz, the over, and then Max Johnson, Kayshon Boutte to outdo their opponents, Dorian Thompson and Greg Dulcich. Now, as far as game picks right here, so first game I'm going to pick is LSU. I think LSU right now, I just looked, their actually line has gone down. It was at -4 early in the week when we picked it on the Debbie Royale. I'm going to be taking LSU at -2.5. I just think that they're going to be too talented. SEC opponent coming in there. I know they're on the road. I know they have Max Johnson quarterback. I know they got some offensive line troubles. I still think that they're just better. And it's hard for me to take a Pac-12 team, and especially UCLA. Yeah, they looked okay. I know everybody's on the Zach Charbonnet roll, but I'm taking LSU -2.5. And I think that if you can get it at 2.5, that's even better. For a lot of books out there, it was at -4. So take that 2.5, run with it. I think that's against the spread. I like that. The next game is Wisconsin, Penn State. This game is a tougher one, but I wanted to bet it. I think Wisconsin at home. So when I talked about on the Debbie Royale, I mentioned, hey, they have, I think it's 11 returners. They have the best defense in this game. They're going to be playing at home in a hostile environment. Penn State's new offensive coordinator. Can we really see kind of Clifford be that guy? And so I think that this game for me, Wisconsin is the easy -4.5 at home. I think that they can win this game by 7. and easily kind of cover the spread there. I like Mertz a little bit more. I like that offense. I think that they're going to be able to win this game. So Wisconsin -4.5 is kind of where I want to go with that one. And in my last game that I'm going to cover, and I'm going to take the underdog. I'm always going to try to take an underdog in one of these games. And for me, that's Indiana +4. They're playing Iowa. I think with Michael Penix Jr. coming back, as long as he's healthy, Indiana is a sure bet. Especially with Iowa and that offense, the system. I just don't love Iowa and that system there. Now they could easily win by 3. Give me Indiana and the points. I like their offense and their defense. You know, they got to playing well. Tom Allen's got to playing well out there in Indiana. They were on their way after beating Penn State last year to do well. Then Penix Jr. got hurt. I like Carr is going to be there. He's going to get that start. There's a lot of things I like about them. Freifogel, all those different groups. I think that they easily can beat Iowa in this situation. Iowa, again, they come out consistently slow in that first game. Unless they're playing Iowa State, then they always win. But give me Indiana +4, and those are my bets. So, again, I want to kind of run through everything. So, again, remember, Monkey Knife Fight, Triple Play promo code. So, the Monkey Knife Fight bets that I love is Sean Clifford, Graham Mertz for the over on both of their props. Then I have Max Johnson and Keisha Butte. Give me them over Dorian Thompson and Greg Dulcich. And then here are my game picks: LSU, Wisconsin, and Indiana. And last week I went 4-1 against the spread. So I'm going to always update you guys on how I am doing on my game picks. So 4-1 last week. This week we'll see how we do. Those are my 3 locks. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And as always, I did you can check out the YouTube channel. I did a players to watch for this week, especially today. Early in the morning, we're going to see Spencer Rattler, and especially with how Sam Howell did yesterday and kind of how we could see Rattler already jumping up as QB1 depending on where he goes. So be on the lookout for Oklahoma this week. Always Clemson and Georgia. I think Clemson's going to have that one. I didn't want to put on my game picks, but I think Clemson's going to take that. I believe I saw it -3 recently. So give me that as well, but I won't put it out there. I want to put these 3 out there. So enjoy college football today. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. We hit 1,100 subscribers this week. And until then, I'll see you guys next week.